Hey everyone, welcome back. You know how much we love to really get into a topic here, and today's deep dive is going to be all about emotional support. I mean, really being there for each other, especially when things get tough.
Absolutely. We had that excerpt the listener sent in, and it really does a great job of not just, defining what emotional support is, but like how to actually do it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we get it. Emotional support is important, but then,
Yeah.
like, how do we actually give it right? You know? And this excerpt is all about exactly that, which is like super cool.
Exactly. I mean, whether you are, currently in a relationship or, want to be someday, this is like essential stuff, for healthy, strong relationship.
For sure, for sure. So let's talk titles. The title of this piece is The Importance of Emotional Support, Being There for Your Partner.
Right.
As like just an excerpt. I wonder if it's from like a bigger article or maybe even like a whole book or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say for sure with, just a snippet. But even with a small piece, you can really get a sense of, some of the big ideas. I mean, just from the title, right? You can see that the author is emphasizing how important emotional support is. It's like a basic need in relationships.
Totally, totally. And the excerpt itself goes on to say, discuss the role of emotional support in relationships and how to be a supportive partner during tough times.
Right.
Okay, so it's clear they were trying to answer these like really key questions, right? Like what's the role of emotional support, in a relationship, and like what can you actually do to be supportive when things get hard?
Yeah. And what I really like about this framing is that it sounds really practical, like action oriented, like
Yeah.
not just theory, but like here are some things you can actually do to provide, support, to be supportive. That's super valuable.
For sure, for sure. I'm so curious, like, what kind of advice they actually give, you know? Like, do they talk about active listening,
Yeah.
validating emotions, or, like, offering practical help? Like, I'm dying to know the specifics.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All of those are really important aspects of being supportive. I mean, I would imagine, in addition to that, uh, they probably also talk about the importance of empathy.
Right.
Like really trying to see things from your partner's perspective,
Mm,
understanding their needs, knowing when to give them space versus when to actually like actively engage.
yeah. It's almost like there's this whole, like, language of support.
Yeah.
Like, you have to learn how to speak it.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, this is making me want to read the whole thing.
Mm.
Just this little excerpt has, like, sparked so many questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so even though we don't have the whole source, we can still take away some like really powerful insights, right? Like first, just understanding the role of emotional support in making relationships work is huge. And then second, actually learning the skills to be that supportive partner, especially, when things get tough, which let's face it, they always do.
Yeah, they do. As you're, thinking about all of this, maybe think about the people in your own life, or I
Mhm.
mean, your friends, family, romantic partners. How can you be a better source of support for them? What can you do? Maybe even using some of the stuff we've talked about today.
Ooh, I love that. That's something to really think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. It's been a really good one, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And I hope you learned something about how to strengthen those bonds in your life and, really be there for the people you care about. And stay tuned for the next deep dive. We got more cool stuff coming up.
We
Until
do.
next time.
See ya.